What's going on, guys? I am Toxic Jordan. Welcome back to the channel. So, the World Tournament rewards are in for the 57th World Tournament here. As you can see on screen, I did manage to rank 47th overall in the global rankings. And then with that came a pretty easily, achieved first place in local. Toxic from the future here. I realized after recording the entire video there was something important that I usually like to include in these videos that I didn't even put in the video, so I'm just interjecting here really quick to show this up front before we get on to the summons and everything like that. So I wanted to actually show the, in-world tournament results here. So I ended up finishing with 393 million points. 380 wins in a row was where I went ahead and tapped out, safely securing me the top 50 spot here. And then if we go ahead and take a look at, I guess we can take a look at the comparative. I wasn't that high above, the rest of the people that were fighting for top 50 here. And it was actually pretty scary. Like, less than an hour with the world tournament, left to go, I was 51. The trajectory of, the way that I was, my sleep schedule versus when I was grinding hard versus when I had work, it all lined up that I woke up, with a little more than 12 hours to go, and I was rank 62 or something like that. So I grinded super hard to the end, and then I did not end up peaking into the top 50 until the last 30 minutes, last 45 minutes or so of the world tournament. And obviously a lot of these other players had stopped playing at that point just because they were at the very end of the tournament, or maybe they were asleep or whatever. So I was able to sneak my way into the top 50, but it was quite scary. It was very, very close. Okay, so yeah, I just wanted to show that, and then for the local bracket, my poor local bracket, they got absolutely blown out of the water. Obviously, that's typically going to happen if you're shooting for top 100, top 50. You're probably not going to have that many troubles, blowing the other competition out of the water in your local bracket. Especially because the way that I like to do it is I'll start on Thursday night right away when the tournament starts, and then I grind all night overnight, and I won't sleep until the next day at 10 a.m. What for me this time it was actually 1 p.m. was when I went to bed. I slept from 1 to 7 and then woke up and continued grinding on Friday. And so by that point, anybody that's trying to start the world tournament on Friday morning, or even they grinded a couple runs on Thursday night before bed or something, they're going to wake up on Friday and see that I already have 100 million points, and then immediately no one's even going to try to catch up to me for the entirety of the event. And then obviously when I continue going at that pace, it's basically mathematically impossible for them to catch me. So, yeah, so with that, we were able to get our 2 copies of the Grandpa Gohan LR and actually rainbow him now. So I guess we can show that off on here. We'll go Tech LR. Yeah, there we go. So we had him at 90% here, and then we do actually have enough copies of the card here to rainbow him now, and then we also have the TUR that we're going to be able to keep. So, good stuff there. Okay, well, yeah, that was the little side tangent that I wanted to show. I just forgot to show that. So yeah, on to the video. Enjoy the upcoming summons. So yeah, we are going to go ahead and check out all of these rewards. The main thing that we are obviously the most excited for is the ticket summons. Hopefully we'll be able to pick up, at least one new Dragon Ball Saga summon banner character. Awesome. Looks like we got 15 tickets there. In fact, that might not be all of them. I'm not sure if this is all the rewards here, but this is another really exciting part about it. Look at all of these potential orbs. That is so many. It's enough to rainbow 3 units of every single typing, and that is the real reason why I shoot for placing really high in these world tournaments, right? Because there are still hundreds and hundreds of characters I have left to fully max out their hidden potential before my entire box is done. And obviously, always new characters on the way. Hopefully, in fact, that's going to be true today as well. Got all of our EZA medals, which I am overstocked on at this point. I've already EZA'd the characters from this world tournament, and I still had some extra medals left over. So now these ones are just going to sit until the next world tournament, and then as soon as that world tournament starts, I can just freely EZA the characters, since at this point they give out more of these medals per tournament than the amount of characters that they EZA, right? So it's pretty easy to get overstocked on them if you've always been earning the maximum amount every world tournament, which I have. Okay, yeah, so it looks like that's all of our tickets, so it's just going to be about 15 there. So yeah, let's go ahead and head over to the ticket banner and see what we can make happen here. Okay, so in my last World Tournament video that I made when the World Tournament started, I actually did a multi on this banner here because I really, really wanted to get the Tech Mai. And after one multi, I didn't pull her, so I decided, okay, we'll go ahead and stop. We're not going to get overzealous wasting these tickets, because obviously these tickets here are much more worthwhile for the World Tournament SSR's banner specifically. But as far as this banner is concerned, I've got most of this banner rainbowed at this point, aside from the units that have not yet Easy Aid. But all of the units that have not yet Easy Aid, I'm pretty sure I have at least 79%, which means I'll be able to rainbow them when they do Easy Aid, because you get the 2 free copies from that World Tournament. And then worst comes to worst, they'll become featured on this banner during the World Tournament that they Easy Aid, and they'll be featured for the next 2 or 3 World Tournaments. And then, you know, 2 World Tournaments later, they will be available with the Hercule Satan signatures, which I have a bunch of as well. We'll go into the shop and take a peek at that at some point as well. So yeah, but as far as this World Tournament is concerned, I'm only missing like 1 copy of this guy now. He's at 90%. I think I do need a couple of copies of him as well to get him rainbowed there. And then I'm pretty sure that was it. And I have everybody else rainbowed on the banner at this point. Yeah. So I definitely don't need to do any summons on this World Tournament, because those 2 characters that I need will still be here during the next World Tournament. So I'll wait for some of these older units to roll off, and then hopefully some of the new ones that get added are ones that I actually need, right? So yeah, we're not going to be touching that banner at all, but this right here is the meat and potatoes of what we are looking at. So there are, as it happens, 3 units now on this banner that I don't have. So the brand new Krillin Youth, who obviously we haven't had a chance to summon for at all. The physical max power Jackie Chun here, who's getting his Easy A finally, and I still have never pulled a single copy of him. But excited to see him return to the featured pool, so it'll be a little easier to potentially pick him up. And then the last unit would be the Tech Yamcha here, who I have not pulled since his initial World Tournament release, like 3 World Tournaments ago at this point. And then, yeah, I don't really need any of these other guys. Well, I guess that's not true. I don't think I have him rainbowed yet, but I definitely have Grandpa Gohan rainbowed, I definitely have him rainbowed, and I definitely have him rainbowed. So yeah, I guess of all the featured picks, it would be the 3 I don't have, and then I guess I would take some Hachans as well. That wouldn't be the worst thing. Okay, so yeah, I guess let's go ahead and hop in here. Keep in mind, so those are the only units I'm missing. I think there are a couple of other units, like SSRs on the banner that I don't have rainbowed and stuff. I think like Physical Kami comes to mind. The Tech Demon King Piccolo, I don't think I have rainbowed. Let's see, who else? I don't know about the Turban Goku. I might not have him rainbowed. Yeah, there are quite a few units here that I can use. All the SRs I kinda can't use, but a lot of the rares I can. So I'm pretty sure I'm like fully done with the SRs. Is that the Krillin? Oh, perfect. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay, I might actually have to make a showcase for this character, considering this is like a really rare unit that not many people are going to be able to have or try out or anything. Maybe that would be a good idea. Wow, okay. Alright, so these summons are already a W. One thing that I tell myself, because of how complete my collection is with all these World Tournament SSR characters, is that, like, as long as I get 1 new usable SSR character from these summons per World Tournament, then it's, like, worthwhile, right? Obviously, because there's a couple more units on here featured that I really would like to get, I'm hoping that's not all we see, especially because that was the way we kicked it off, right? Very first multi. I would hate for it to just be nothing from this point on. But yeah, I will definitely walk away from this satisfied because we did manage to get that new character. So that is pretty exciting. Ooh, okay. So we're getting another SSR here. That is definitely a fly-in combination. Okay, so yeah, back in the day, I did decide a very long time ago, years ago at this point, that I was going to start collecting all the SRs in the game. And with that, I did collect all of the World Tournament SRs as well. So, something that I more recently decided to do, I don't think I needed him. I'm pretty sure he was rainbowed for me already. Okay, that's a good pull as well. But yeah, so something that I more recently decided to do... Oh, okay, yeah, that's a usable dupe. We just talked about that one. Okay, decent multi. I'll take it. 2 SSRs is definitely good. Was that I started to collect the 1 in every slot for all of the characters. At the same time I decided to start doing that was when I decided to start collecting like all of the rares in the game as well. which means getting a 1 in every slot for all of the rares here as well. So there are actually a couple of rares on this banner that I don't have their unawakened version of. So there are a couple of those I'm going to be looking for. And then, so as it happens on this banner, most of the SRs have farmable super attacks. Well, I guess Ox King is like a counter example of that, right? There's no farmable super attack for him. But like these Krillins, the Gokus, the Yamchas, all that kind of stuff, there are farmable super attacks there. So a lot of those, even though I already have the 1 in every slot, and the characters are SA10'd. Whereas a lot of the rares on this banner have really unique names, and it's much less likely that I have them SA10'd, because I wouldn't have been spending Kais on them or anything. They'd just be sitting in my box un-SA10'd. So there are a lot of rares that I would be hoping to pull, and that is one of them. Sick. Definitely I will take that. I'm pretty sure that was one of the ones I didn't even have the 1 in every slot for. Like, I had the awakened copy, but I didn't have the unawakened one. Bunny Bulma's I can definitely take as well, just because she does Dokkan Awaken, so there's like 4 iterations of her card that I have to SA10, and I have not, again, haven't fed any Kais into her or anything, so there are still multiple copies of her. I'm pretty sure I have a 1 in every slot, yeah, but like, I'm pretty sure this copy right here is not SA10'd yet. Or this copy here. So, yeah, I definitely still have some work to do on her. But yeah, I'm pretty sure this was the first... Yep, so there we go. Now we have the rare of him. And I don't know if his SR is fully SA10, but I am going to just prioritize keeping the rare, just in case in some random odds the World Tournament disappears, goes away, it's impossible to get these cards again or something. If that were to happen at any point in the future, I want to at least have the copies of the cards that I need, and then I could focus on super attack level at a different time, and I could always just use Kais, right? It's not like pertinent to use the copies of the cards. So yeah, I will be keeping that as a... you know, a new potential character to link levels. So let me go ahead and just put him in the workshop. Oh, shoot. I should have put the Krillin on World Tournament as well. My little World Tournament tag there. Whoopsie. I'll have to go find him later and do that. Okay, so we got 2 multis and a single left here. Let's see if we can make anything good happen. Man, that physical max power Jackie Chun, dude. I am so curious if I'm going to be able to pull him here. It has just been such a long hunt for him. Obviously, the Krillin and the Yamcha are brand new SSRs, so it's pretty common not to have them. Okay, the screen crack is good. There we go. Physical Kami, it's another usable dupe. Wow. Yeah, these summons have been going pretty good so far. We've gotten quite a few usable characters here, huh? Ooh, there we go. Another Dracula man. That is definitely good. I can't use that Bulma Youth at all, because she is just Bulma Youth, right? So she has a farmable super attack. I've definitely finished her out over time. Okay, yeah, the Dracula man is good. The Kami is good. That's really, really awesome here. Okay, looking like a random assortment, but it was on the last multi too, and then we got the screen crack. So I wonder if we could see potentially another SSR here. It's possible, it's possible. Okay, not looking very likely, with only the Super Saiyan 1 fly-in. Okay, a Bandages. I know that the Bandages is one I can use for super attack leveling as well. And another Pamput. Okay, I'm pretty sure I can use SA levels for him as well. Okay, let's see what we can get with this last ticket. Are we gonna go another World Tournament without this physical max power Jackie Chun? Oh, dude. I am so scared that he is going to be featured on this World Tournament SSR banner, or like this Dragon Ball Saga Summon banner, for the next, like, you know, however many World Tournaments until he rolls off into the unfeatured pool again, and I'm still not going to pull him. I am so worried about that. Okay, well, not walking away from this with, like, fear and fire in my heart, because we did get the new Krillin, so that's nice. We did, you know, shore up our weaknesses on this banner a little bit. We pulled 1 brand new character, so that's good. But dude, this max power Jackie Chun, it is insane. I don't know if I'm ever gonna pull him in the lifetime of me playing this game. It's ridiculous. Like, if there was a way that I could go in further, I absolutely would. But I hate how skewed the World Tournament rewards are, that it's like not in favor of people that do really well. Because obviously, you know, had I placed like 10,000 places lower in the World Tournament, I only would have earned like maybe 4 or 5 tickets less for this banner than what I ended up earning all the way up there at top 50, right? And even if I had broken into top 30, I think I only would have gotten like 1 or 2 more tickets. So it really wouldn't make it that much of a difference. Basically, every player that plays this to the completion of all the missions gets about the same amount of summons on this banner per World Tournament. So That is pretty hurtful. I do kind of hate that, but not much we can do about it. Okay, so as previously discussed, I think I do want to probably save all these tickets. But before we make our final decision, I might end up doing one more multi to try and get the Mai here. Maybe we'll do that. But first, I do want to take a look at some stuff. So, a couple of things I want to look at. First, let's go ahead and take a look at... this is my World Tournament character list, so we can see which of those cards we just pulled are actually usable for us here. Now, again, remember that, like, a lot of these cards are not SA10 and stuff, so basically all the rares that we pulled are going to be feedable in as, you know, as, like, super attack fodder and stuff. But yes, as far as seeing, like, which are brand new cards. So yeah, we just pulled this Dracula Man, so that's technically a brand new card, because it's the first time getting a 1 in the slot for him. Let's see. Physical Kami is in here somewhere. I guess we can sort it by physical, and then it'll be easier to find him. Yeah, Physical Kami, we only had at 69%, so that's a very, very good dupe there. Let's check on the STRTN. Yeah, we didn't have him rainbowed. He was only at 79, so that's a good dupe. The Hachan, also not rainbowed. 90%. Oh, so we just rainbowed Hachan. Okay, sick. There we go. So that's another one of these units rainbowed. Definitely good. And then obviously we didn't have the Krillin. And I think that was all of the SRs that we pulled. Yeah. Okay, then let me go ahead and take a look at the SR pool here. I just want to look at the ones with the stars, because these are the ones that are already awakened. Basically, I'm trying to see if there were any rares that I don't have the 1 in every slot for at this point. I think I do have them all at this point, yeah. I'm pretty sure the Dracula Man was the last one that I was waiting on. Do I have Girin? Yeah, I did already have him. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure I have all of the 1 in every slot for every single World Tournament rare at this point as well. Okay, well, that's pretty good. So I guess that means from this point forward, I don't have to worry about pulling cards from there other than SSRs, because I do have the ability to have them all SA10'd and stuff at this point. I would just have to use Kai's. So anything extra that we get is just bonus here, which is good. Okay, so now, before we move on from this, let's go ahead and take a look at the World Tournament cards from, like, the regular World Tournament banner, so that we can make our final decision about if it's going to be worthwhile for me to spend any more tickets to try and get a copy of one of the Tech Mai here. So I basically just want to see, like, how many tickets or how many units on the banner I don't have rainbowed yet. Okay, so I guess just going in order here, we're looking at Tech Caulifla is only at 90%. But buying 1 copy of her when she shows up, I think next World Tournament, she'll show up in the Hercule Satan Signature Shop, and then I'll be able to buy a copy of her. Okay, then let's see. Android 17. Okay, he just got his Dokkan Awakening. So again, this is a character that eventually will get his Easy A, and then we'll get 2 free copies, and we'll have him at 90% at that point, and then we would only need to buy 1 copy in the shop, or potentially summon for him as well. Which we might pull copies of him next World Tournament if we do some summons on that ticket banner, because he'll be there. And then same exact thing with the Goku Black here. He's at 90%, but we might pull copies of him next World Tournament on the banner. Okay, let's see who else. Oh, this is someone else from the Dragon Ball Saga summon banner that I still need a copy of. He's only at 90% there. Okay, this baby, I have at 90% already, and he hasn't even Dokkan Awakened yet. So he's going to return to the featured pool of the banner once he Dokkan Awakens, and then also when he Easy A's, we'll get the free copies. So I definitely don't need to worry about him. Yeah, Kami we just looked at. We have him at 79% now, but obviously that's Dragon Ball Saga summon banner. Let's see, who else? Turles is rainbowed, Cooler's rainbowed, Boo's rainbowed. Yeah, I have, like, a lot of these cards rainbowed at this point. Bojack here, I guess he's someone that is not rainbowed yet. We've got him at 90%, but again, he hasn't Easy A'd yet, so once he Easy A's, we'll have him rainbowed. Who else? Okay, yeah, oh, I guess I didn't have Grandpa Gohan rainbowed here. I thought I did. Okay, so technically that's still a usable unit for me as well. Let's see, the Kid Vegeta I only have at 69%, but again, he's pre-Dokkan Awakening and pre-Easy A. So not too worried about that. We'll have chances to get him easily in the future. And then same thing with this guy. I've got him at 69%, but pre-Dokkan Awakening, pre-Easy A. Let's see. Are the rest of them rainbowed? Yeah, we went over the tech, or the STRTN there. Oh, this guy. But again, pre-Dokkan Awaken, pre-Easy A. Okay, yeah, so pretty common theme there. Yeah, it looks like basically the only unit in the game... Okay, so we have... That's actually really funny that they're both featured right now. So, the one unit that's already Dokkan Awakened, but has not yet Easy Aid, that I don't have rainbowed yet, is this guy. And then the one unit that's already Easy Aid, that I don't have rainbowed, is this guy. And they're both featured right now on the the ticket summon banner, so that's kind of funny. Oh, I guess actually Kale is technically another one that's already Dokkan Awakened, has not yet Easy Aid, but I don't have her rainbowed. And she just rolled off the featured list and went back into the unfeatured pool. But yeah, other than those three, I'm not worried about getting any copies of any of the World Tournament SSRs, just because in upcoming World Tournaments, they're going to become featured, it'll be easier to pull them, and then again, Hercule Satan Signature Shop, all of that. So let's go ahead and jump over to the Satan Signature Shop. We'll take a look at what my stack of Satan Signatures is looking like at this point. I know, okay, so we're upwards of 600 of these now. We still have... I think one more World Tournament before Demon King Piccolo, or before we get like the next World Tournament LR getting their Dokkan Awakening, which should be the, Jackie Chun, I believe. Getting their Easy A, I mean. But yeah, so we still have another World Tournament to wait before we're going to need to spend 135 of these on these Awakening medals. And then every single character listed here, I already have an SSR copy of. So that was kind of my main goal with the Satan Signatures, is prioritize rainbowing the units first, and then once they're rainbowed, make sure to pick up a copy of them so I could have the SSR copy as well. Now, obviously, all of the characters in here have already Easy Aid, so technically I can use a lot more copies of them to get a one in every slot for, like, all of these positions, but I am not going to do that until I first have every single World Tournament card rainbowed and an SSR copy, and then I will start prioritizing purchasing those later copies down the road. So for now, I'm just going to be stockpiling all these signatures, but yeah, based on the amount of dupes I need to buy, I can just wait for all those characters to eventually show up in this shop. And I don't really even need to use the tickets on the World Tournament banner, just because I have so many of these Satan Signatures to go around, right? So I guess, that being considered, let's go ahead and blow 7 more tickets and see if we can get a copy of Mai. Because obviously the highest priority in game is to make sure that you pick up brand new copies of new units you don't have, which I don't really need to prioritize this banner much for anymore, as we just spent some time proving. So, yeah, let's go ahead and see if we can pick up a Mai. We'll do one more multi here, and then that's it. I definitely do still want to hang on to some of these, but I think that definitely we have enough of them that we can probably spare the 7 tickets here, right? Okay, well, nothing great on the fly-in. Obviously, okay, yeah, God animation makes sense because we're going to get 7 SSRs in a row here. Would have been nice to see a guaranteed featured animation so that we'd know we're not getting just a bunch of things like that are completely unusable for us. Ugh, that's horrible. Yeah, definitely want to see... Oh, dude, there's no way. There's no way. The last multi that I did gave me a copy of this STR Mai. That's insane. I'm so upset about it. I got really trolled by it last time because I definitely thought that it was the Tech Mai. Ah, dude, I'm so tempted to do another one. Just because of how little value these World Tournament tickets have for me at this point. I know obviously these are like really bad units, and it's probably going to be possible for me to randomly pick up the Mai at some point in the future, but I don't really summon that often anymore. You know, I'm pretty much free to play, and then with all the link leveling I do on top of that, I don't really have, like, spare stones to do summoning that often, so most celebrations throughout the year I'm probably just going to be skipping anyway, other than, like, the major ones, so it might end up being a very long time to get that Mai if I don't get her here. I don't know. I am pretty tempted to go in for one more shot at this Tech Mai here. Let's do it. We'll do one more multi. Just one. Okay, there we go. That's a little bit more promising. At least we know now that there's going to be a featured unit in here, right? Because I'm pretty sure there's not LRs unfeatured on this. I'm pretty sure that those are exempt, like all the yellow coin LRs. Because that would be the only other indicator there, is like if you're getting an LR. Alright, please make it the Tech Mai. Oh, that's actually a really good pull. I'm pretty sure I've only pulled like 1 or 2 copies of her, so that is definitely a usable dupe for the top copy of the character. I will take that for sure. Okay, have we gotten the featured unit yet? Or was the Bunny Bulma featured? I don't actually know. And Deborah. Okay. No, who was the featured unit there? I don't even actually know who was featured of those. Well, let's see. Oh, it was him. Gotcha. Heard. Oh, I guess Amasu's featured as well. I didn't realize. Alright, well, I guess we're just gonna have to keep on waiting to eventually pull this card. I was fortunate enough to get the Coquette during the anniversary ticket summon banner, because obviously that's when the Peppy Gals units return. I won't be doing any summons on the upcoming Peppy Gals banner, that's for sure. So she'll be featured there again. That would be the next featured opportunity to get her, but I am going to miss that opportunity, as well as not get the brand new 2 Peppy Gals units that come out there. And then there's just going to be more banner units that I have to pull unfeatured at some point. Alright, well, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and finish that up there. So the last thing that I want to take a look at before we end the video here today is my hidden potential orbs. So let's go ahead and take a look down here. I didn't show it off before we collected all of the orbs that we just got, but here you can see my collection is still looking pretty small compared to a lot of players. I know it's pretty common nowadays for you know, for players to have like upwards of 100,000 of all the smalls, and then over 100,000 of mediums even. Obviously that is not the case that I am at, because you know, getting a 1 in every slot for every character means that I have a lot of extra copies of characters that I'm rainbowing here, just to help increase my power level. So yeah, usually I'm the lowest on the smalls. I think that's the way it looks like right now. So what I'm going to do is pull up a calculator here, and then we're going to do some quick maths, and just see. So like for the blues, we have about 25,000, and you need about 2,500 in order to rainbow a character. So I have enough orbs to rainbow like 10 AGL characters, and then we'll do, let's see, 36,000 divided by 2,500 is going to be like 14. So I have enough to rainbow like 14 characters of each Tech, Int, and STR. And then for physical, that one's a little bit more, so we'll calculate that one separately. It's what, 45,000? Okay, divided by 2,500 is 18. So 18, okay, let's see. 14 times 3 is 42, plus 18 is 60, plus 10 is 70. So I have enough hidden potential orbs to rainbow 70 characters total with all the orbs that I have here, right? And obviously these are all the character exclusive ones down here, so these don't count. But yeah, so then if we go into my box and we take a look at, oh, I guess we can just do this. Sort by activation. Let's see. Oh, I guess they're all going to be on my link level tag. There's way more than 70 characters here. There is way more than 70. Now, keep in mind, especially like a lot of these ones at the bottom, I only have the 1 copy of them. So, investing hidden potential in them would be a lot cheaper, because they're only going to get to 55% instead of the full rainbow. And that's probably true of a lot of these cards throughout, that they're only at like 69, 79, 80 or 90% or whatever. So it's not going to be quite as many orbs to rainbow. We definitely still have way more than 70 characters in here that we have left to do. And like I said, there's more coming into the game every day. We just pulled that Tech Krillin. That's going to be a new copy of a unit that we have to add to this. Right, and then like we got a few dupes for characters that are going to require a bit of extra hidden potential system investment as well. So yeah, I still need a lot more hidden potential orbs. So I can't wait for the next World Tournament. Hopefully they don't give us a big dry spell of you know, almost 4 months in between world tournaments like they just did this last time, which obviously made sense because of the anniversary period and everything. So yeah, hopefully we can see another one coming in next month. I would love to see an onslaught of them on a monthly basis for a little bit here, so I can eventually catch up with all these hidden potential orbs that I need. Alright, well, let's go hunt down that Krillin really quick. We'll go by acquired, and then he should be right at the top here. No? Oh, he's not on no tag. Duh. Because I added him to workshop. Okay, well, there we go. This is the biggest W for the video. We did get a copy of the new Krillin. Awesome. All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and finish it up here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to check out the links in the description below, and I will catch you guys next time. Peace.